Good morning to everyone listening in. Good morning, Malabites and Malabresses. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, friends and foes. How are you doing today? It's the Morning Buzz Show on your favorite radio station, Unical 103.5 FM. We are so glad and we're so happy to have you here today. Did I mention good morning? Yeah, I said good morning. How are you doing today? How are you faring today? How's your morning going? We love to hear from you. We love to know how you're doing. We love to know how your night went. So send us a message or you can call us on our studio phone lines on 080-9444-4058. 080-9444-4058. I'm not alone. I'm here with Obi Thompson on the show today. Thompson, good morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Malabites and Malabres. It's such a wonderful day. Thank God it's the fourth day already in the month of March. And of
Yeah.
course, 4 days have gone. It has been very interesting and fun being the month of March so far. I think,
Yes.
just like you said, to Malabites and Malabres, get to talk to us. I hope the spirit did not attend to anybody yesterday to tell you, hey, we need to cancel exams. I'll do something otherwise and all of that. So I think it's quite important for, Malabites and Malabres, wherever they are, to quickly and of course get to pick up the phone just to talk to us, just so we also be part of this conversation this morning. I'm fine. So how about you? And how was your night's sleep?
I'm okay. I slept well actually.
Like
I
a
needed the
baby.
sleep. Yes,
Trust you
because I
had
had
fun or
exams
light
yesterday.
auto.
Lights, no, there was no lights.
Okay, so get
There
to
was no
talk to us. What
lights.
happened in the exams hall?
It was okay. The past questions I studied came out,
Okay.
but then I couldn't like get some parts because it's a two-part course. Two
Okay.
lecturers are handling it, so I studied for the first part of it, and I forgot that the second lecturer was also
Okay.
handling the course. But I still found my way to answer it in the exam because I read aside that. So
Extensively. Okay. That's
yes.
that's interesting.
So the
So
exam was okay for me, although it was long for the hour for the time interval. It was 1 hour for 100 questions,
okay.
and they were pressuring us to submit. But luckily for me, I
So
finished
let's
fast.
get that straight, because usually they put time frames, okay, in
Yeah.
examination. Let's say 1 hour, 2 hours, and all of that. So is it that they didn't give you guys the normal time frame to actually write exams?
We will have been hearing it's actually it's 1 hour for 100 questions.
Okay, so
That's what I'm
yes, that is
hearing.
stipulated. But then
Yeah.
did they allow you guys to stay up to 1 hour in examination hall?
Well, they started pressuring us like 5 minutes to the 1 hour, and then they collected it before the 1 hour was actually elapsed. But
Okay, so
we
it
were
means
still
they
able
gave you
to.
guys time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it
yeah,
means. Yeah.
yeah.
So not
We were
like
able
on the
time
other conventional exams where we have 1 hour exams, and within 15-20 minutes, and they start hurrying students,
to
submit and
submit.
all of that. So except for that, because that's something we've been advocating for over time, that lecturers, should understand that this is these are courses that takes a couple of months for you
To
to
study
to
for,
study,
yes.
and yet we are having students who have to do many other courses and different departments, different faculties, and all of that to be able to come write exams. So I think that there should be enough time given to students to write their exams, owing to the fact
Yes.
that these days the rumors circulating that has to do with failing exams, rewriting. Of course, it's a normal thing for you to write a carryover, but there again,
It's
the
not a normal
stress
thing,
and
oh.
all of that.
It's
Well,
not a normal thing for
it's
me.
part of school experiences that everyone must have to experience,
Yeah.
and all of that. But however, I think for you out there, Malabite and Malabrasis, what's the situation? What's happening in your hostels? What's happening in your exams hall? What's happening within your areas that you want us to get to know? Don't forget our phone numbers are open, and of course our WhatsApp number 080944444058. Okay, so get to talk to us this morning, and trust me, we're here to be your morning companion on the morning bus.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. Time check is 7 minutes past the hour of 7. When we come back after this music break, we're going to go straight to the weather forecast. Don't touch that dial for any reason whatsoever. This is Hello by Aquila. Enjoy.
Let it go, let me be the one. Should've known that you want me now. Send me your love, but I don't know how to get to you. Can you show me tonight? Show me tonight.
That was prettier by J1. Welcome back to the morning buzz. Time check is for 3 minutes past the hour of 7. And I'm so glad to be with you today. I'm so glad to be your companion this morning to take you through your morning smoothly. I'm not alone. I'm here with Vine and Obi Thompson on the show today. So, Vine, how are you doing this morning?
Hmm. I'm okay, I guess. Right. So I woke up, ready to come to work, and I realized that my entire street is blocked for a reason that I'm still very perplexed by because somebody died
Yeah.
and they're trying to do the funeral of the person, and we have to suffer for what we know nothing, absolutely nothing about. Well, hey, I had to walk all the way from my house to the junction if I could get a cab because no cabs were allowed to
Okay.
drive into the street. But I'm here, and let's just get the show rolling.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really, really,
Why are you
really sorry to
trekking in
hear that.
sweaters?
Yeah, but I think that particular one is even understandable as compared to when individuals just literally have the right to, like I see in some quarters where probably a counselor or probably youth leadership, they want to drink, they'll just barricade the road, and then obstruct other people's movement just simply because they want to have liquors on the street. So I think that's one pathetic thing, but this one is a bit understandable that usually, especially when it has to do with an icon in the environment.
I don't think the
Yeah.
person was an icon because I don't know her. I don't know her.
Well, but in as much as you're staying close to the road, usually that is always the case, and all of that.
Is that something that should be encouraged? Because at the end of the day, you are inconveniencing other people. And
Well-
this thing is going to be from today up until Saturday.
Well, then it should be somebody who is advanced in the society, especially in that particular
Even at
environment.
that,
Yeah.
why would
That's-
you-
you're inconveniencing
why would you inconvenience
everybody.
people
So you
on the
have
streets?
hundreds of people living there.
Well,
So
when
they
it
have
gets
to walk all the way.
when it gets to your turn, they'll also do the same thing. They'll block the road for people to pass just because they want to bury you.
Someone
So
said when
that's
it gets to
going to
your
be the same.
turn.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
I
No, but that would be
Insane.
the cause. That would be the cause anyway. Yeah, especially those who live just beside the road. Usually that's what happens. So we should get used to it, because there are no
It's
laws.
hard to get used to something.
It's like it happens
Yeah,
just
but
there.
there are no laws that have been
It's
put
like it happens
on
just
ground.
there because
The-
that's like kind of a community. Like
well, there are no
Chelsea
laws put
community.
on ground to say, oh, once you
Exactly.
have events of this nature,
And the streets are very narrow,
take them
so you can't
to.
even
So that
pass.
is it.
It's as if the streets are so wide that you can just block one side of the street and allow people to pass through the other. But this one, the streets are very narrow, so when it's blocked, and there are no alternative routes. That's
Whether
the
cultural,
part.
whether traditional, all of those things, once it is time, they usually block the road. So I think that is one thing the state assemblies, well, it's a national thing. So
Yeah,
it's
it
not
needs to
just,
be
checked.
checkmated.
Let the government work towards creating alternative
Alternative
routes,
route, yeah.
so that when these roads are blocked, you can always use the smaller.
Maybe this is why they need to put flyovers in our state.
Keep
It's
dreaming,
it's
Dreams become
okay.
true.
Because of time, let's go straight to the weather forecasts for today. So today is Wednesday, the 4th of March, 2026, and here's the weather forecast for today. Calabar will experience warm to hot conditions throughout the day, with partly cloudy skies and only a slight chance of light rain, mostly in the early hours. Humidity will stay high, so the heat may feel stronger than the actual temperature. In the morning from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., temperatures may range from 24 degrees Celsius to 29 degrees Celsius, and the rain chances may be from low to moderate, 20 to 30%. The conditions may be early morning clouds with a slim chance of light showers, then gradually brightening. The tip is to hydrate before stepping out. The humidity will be noticeable even in the morning. In the afternoon from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., temperatures may range from 31 degrees Celsius to 36 degrees Celsius, and the rain chances are low, from 10 to 20%. Conditions may be hot, humid, and mostly sunny with scattered clouds. Tip is to avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. The heat index may feel like 38 degrees Celsius or more. In the evening from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., temperatures may range from 27 degrees Celsius to 29 degrees Celsius. Rain chances may be low, from 10 to 20%, and conditions may be light clouds and calm weather in the warm evening. The tip is it's a good evening for outdoor movement, but stay hydrated as humidity remains high. Overall summary, the overall temperature range will be maybe from 24 degrees Celsius to 36 degrees Celsius, and the overall rain chances may be generally low, with brief morning showers possible. The general advisory is to expect hot and humid conditions, stay hydrated, wear light clothing, and pace outdoor activities to avoid heat stress. I wanted to wear a jacket.
Look at me, dress lightly, guys.
And
Dress lightly, guys.
I wanted to dress the way you are dressed right now. I was like, no, something is wrong. I started sweating on my face. Like on the lotion I actually applied, I was like doing like this. I said, no, it's not me. I looked for a light clothing to wear. I said, no, I will not suffer.
Had I known,
I will
should
not
have
suffer.
worn light, breathable clothing. But unfortunately, even when I came out of the house and I wanted to stand at my usual spot to get the cab, and I realized that the road was blocked and I needed to walk. And I looked at what I was wearing. I'm like,
Chai, I've seen a lot
don't
to
be
do.
fun.
Sorry.
Point
When we
12.
finish, I will fan you. You
I'll
know, I have you in my
I'll
heart.
take you up with that.
Yes. Okay, so you've heard it from here. Stay hydrated, stay warm, stay hydrated, sorry. Stay wear light clothing as much as possible. Avoid direct sunlight.
Wear sunscreen if you can
Yes.
afford it.
Sunscreen is it not too hot?
No, see, I think that's when you're using the bad sunscreen and you're sweating. When
Oh,
you're using quality sunscreen,
because the
it's supposed to be
co-worker
like
of
that.
ours was sweating yesterday because he decided to apply it. He just came and started
That
shouting.
was that's the bad type of sunscreen. You're not supposed to sweat that much when you apply sunscreen. And ensure that you wear light and breathable clothing.
Yeah.
You stay hydrated. The humidity is going to be insane. So ensure that you stay hydrated. If possible, carry a water can around.
Yeah.
I noticed yesterday, was it yesterday or Monday, that Thompson actually has a water can. I'm like, Thompson, this is your bag. Has umbrella, has water can.
It's good
has
like that.
razor blade, has this.
Yeah.
Is there a house inside there as well?
Yes. You carry your
I have my
house
food
around.
packs.
It's good. It's good. I mean, it's remaining
In case
food.
in case of any emergency, you just need to squat someplace and you don't have issues
Is
with
there a chair
and all of
inside
that.
there as well?
They may be the affordable chairs that can enter inside
No,
the
I have
bag. Yes.
foldable mat on the backpack and all
Actually,
of
it's
that.
so
Yeah.
small. That's the funny part.
Yeah,
The
actually.
bag looks so
It looks small.
It has a lot of content in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this juncture, we're going to go back to the music break. Don't touch that dial for any reason. This is My Darling by Chella. Don't touch that dial, like I said. Welcome back. Time check is 57 minutes past the hour of 7. You're still on the morning buzz on your favorite radio station, Unical 103.5 FM. I'm not here alone, definitely. I'm here with Obi Thompson, and Vine, the spice of the airwaves.
I like how you always remember that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, remember. See, I told you I have you in mind.
Oh, please.
I have you in mind. See, he doesn't believe me, you guys.
Please.
I have you in mind.
Believe women at your own peril, especially Sharon.
Let's not talk about men. Let's not talk about men. Okay, so we're going to go straight to the national holidays. The first national holiday is World Day of Fight Against Sexual Exploitation. World Day of Fight Against Sexual Exploitation. This has raised a lot of concerns in the country and
In the
beyond.
world.
Yeah. But most especially in the country, because we don't even know what is real and what is fake anymore. People are using it to play, people are using it to cash cruise, people are using it to find clouds. But truth is, sexual exploitation is still going on around Nigeria.
I think talking about it on a national level is even too far.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it on a university level. We hear, and this is not in any way talking about the University of Calabar, but I'm talking about this holistically as a university around Nigeria. We hear cases where lecturers sexually exploit students
For grades.
You know, it's something that happens almost every other day, and it's so good to know that things like that are barely heard of here in this institution, the University of Calabar. But aside that, outside other institutions, it's something that happens every other day. You see students being exploited by lecturers, see students being exploited by even course reps.
Yeah,
It's
actually,
crazy.
I've heard
It's
things
that
like
crazy.
that.
So yes, sexual exploitation is actually a thing, and I think it's very, very it's common in the university setting.
And they're in different dimensions, even in workspaces. For women to get forward, mostly even men, for them
Thank
to
you for
get,
the inclusivity.
forward and increase, they have to offer their bodies to get to where they want to get to.
So now let me share a quick story. So I was with a particular boss that's a female, and we had a meeting with a very influential person, and it was supposed to be business, but the conversation was going somewhere else, and I knew what that was about. And I had to tell her, you know what? Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Run. That's
If
when
you're
you
going to
know
play
that
this
you
card,
run.
then you can stay. But if
Yeah.
you're not going to play this card, please, by all means, let's leave here. Because
Yeah,
you might not like the outcome. So people are now becoming praise on other people because you want this, I would take this from you because you want this.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is, in the long run, the regrets that follows.
Although these days,
People don't have shame again.
they don't have shame more.
Yeah.
That's just it.
So think for me, I would basically love to consider this based on the fact that this is happening even in our university community. You know, first of all, we'll look at child grooming and abuse. You know, a lot of times we see the kind of direct abuse that adult in a society happens to do to younger people, even in the school environment. And so most of our probably union leaders, could say, oh, I could feel like I am the president, I am the this, I am the that, and they seize that opportunity to feel like before you get this done, so we must have to do this, I must have to do this, and all of that. Even looking at lecturers and all of that. So this today we're saying today is that day where we say no to all of these things. So we're bringing all of this awareness, and to also add to that, coercion or manipulation into sex. Sometimes people are being coerced and people are being manipulated, mentally, psychologically, and all of that, economically, now through finance and all of that. And to also further add to that, we also have unwanted sexual advance or harassment. And then it could also has to do with social media content. A lot of times you see explicit images are being shared between two persons and all of that. So today is that day where this awareness is being created by the United Nations Human Rights Commissions and all of that, the UNHCR. So we also have World Health Organization. We also have a lot of other bodies, that really, talk about this. For instance, we have transactional sex, we have child sexual exploitations. We also have exploitation linked to criminal activities where victims may be forced into sexual acts as part of gang involvement, drug trafficking, or debt repayment, and all of that. So, because you're owing me, so you have to involve yourself in this before, getting your debts
Well,
being
you
paid,
said
all
you
and
said
all of
something
that.
there, and I just want to add to that. So, for you to be in a situation where you are being forced to have sex with someone, right? I think you have the luxury of choice, because
Yeah.
if I'm trying to talk you into doing something, it's your decision to say,
It's a
okay,
choice to say
I
no.
want to do it, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But in a situation where
Consensually, yeah.
you have no other choice, it's more like, because of this, just like you said, you're owing me. Because you're owing me, this is what I want in return. This is how you're going to repay me.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, sexual exploitation happens in our corners, in our neighborhood, in our schools. And today we join our voices with the world to say no to sexual
Exactly.
exploitation.
But let's not
especially for
forget that
young
there are
people.
also legal and ethical considerations in regards to this. For instance, we have the big nations like the US, which actually prohibit sexual, especially in the international scene, where a lot of organizations, have put up policies to ensure that this really doesn't happen. Like, for instance, federal laws such as the US 2422, which actually criminalizes coercion and either tactical or a kind of inducement to sexual relationship and affairs and all of that. So I think a country like Nigeria could also, Africa could also, by this kind of policies, and to also ensure that people generally do not get to force persons, because of this. And also don't forget that those with disabilities are always affected when it has to do with all of this, because some of them cannot speak, some of them cannot actually voice out, some of them cannot actually react or resist, especially when they are being coerced or forced to involve themselves in this.
So moving on, we're going to go straight to the next national holiday. We have World Obesity Day, the day where we create awareness on the dangers of obesity.
Coming to the
Um,
office today, I saw someone and I'm like, at what point would you realize that you were heading towards obesity? Because
the funny thing is, I don't know whether these people don't feel heavy. There's a point in time when I put on a lot of weight. As small as I am, I was like, no, 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 no. I became lazy.
when you're so big and your arms are saggy.
Sagging, yeah. I just
It's crazy. Obesity is something that affects the heart and affects a lot of organs in the body. When
yeah.
you're too fat, right? The chances of arthritis is there. The chances of diabetes is also there. So
Chances of cardiac arrest
it's
is
there are
the
lots of health
implications.
complications that
Yeah.
comes with obesity. So ensure that you're fit, and one way to beat obesity is ensuring that you stay fit, you stay agile, you stay active, hit the gym. If you don't have the
Mm.
money to register for a gym, you can always take a walk, jog in your area.
There are also
Just
home workouts you could
exactly just do
browse on
something that
social
keeps you
media.
active and going every single day.
Yeah, the next one is HPV Awareness Day. In case you don't know what the meaning of HPV is, it's a human
Human
papilloma
papilloma
Virus.
virus, and we're going to deal with that in the health and wellness segment. The next one is the Brain Injury Awareness Day. Brain Injury Awareness Day is. I'm sorry. Right about now, we're going to go back to the music break. When we come back, we'll go straight to the health and wellness segment. This is Rain Dance by Dave and Thames. Do not move away from your radio set. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. I was waiting for that part to come out.
I was literally just putting my head to really listen to the lyrics of this song. Like I didn't get anything entirely.
5'9", brown eyes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
That's fine. Don't
If
forget.
Thompson doesn't
Yeah,
get the
we've gone
names of
past
the
that
artists,
part.
it's a song that you not understand.
Thompson, the person is Thames. Thames
Oh,
that's singing.
don't
Let me help
worry,
you.
don't worry. Probably when we get to the health and wellness tips, and now that we are going there, I will probably set my mind to start learning lyrics of songs.
Okay, it's health and wellness that will make you learn lyrics.
Yeah, sure.
I will not answer you. So, time check is 9 minutes past the hour of 8. You're still on the morning buzz on your favorite radio station, Unical 103.5 FM. My name is Sharon, and I'm here with Obi Thompson and Vine, the spice of the airwaves. He said I should always be in. I used to sweet his body.
It
Yes,
is
and I'll
what
do
it is.
everything
I'm actually
to.
the spice of the air, which everybody knows that. So yeah.
See, this is Prizo. Yeah, I'll find my own name too. Don't worry.
Well, until then, Sharon.
Okay, so right about now we're going to the health and wellness segment of the show. And on today's health and wellness segment, we're going to be dealing on HPV awareness. HPV means human papilloma virus and is one of the most common viral infections in the world. And many people don't even realize when they have it. Understanding its dangers and learning how to prevent it is an important part of protecting your long-term health. The goal is not to create fear, but to empower you with knowledge so you can make smart, healthy decisions now and in the future. The causes of HPV include the causes of HPV creates risk and increases, and the risk increases when someone has multiple intimate partners and engages in unprotected intimate activity or has a weakened immune system, which makes it harder for the body to clear the virus. Though less common, sharing personal items like towels or underwear that touch private areas can also contribute. HPV is not caused by poor hygiene, curses, or anything spiritual. It is simply a virus that spreads through intimate contact, too close and intimate contact. I feel like we need to eliminate this theory that some diseases, some
Mm.
viruses are spiritual.
Well, sometimes I cannot. Let me be honest. This is me trying to look at it from the standpoint of people that are not, so educated and exposed.
Yeah.
There are some illnesses and diseases that people come down with, and it looks so strange. Like
Yeah,
it's
it
so
looks
strange that
strange. Yeah.
it's almost impossible for them not to think that it's spiritual. So sometimes I don't blame them. That's just it.
Yeah, that's the thing. But still, so what pains me is the fact that people would just want to go through that spiritual line. Something is watching you. Something is strange in your body. Where do they study the body's processing and everything? I mean, it's in the hospital. Definitely, you see, they will study. They will diagnose you first. They will do diagnostics. Then they will prognose and give you treatment. I mean, it's the right place for you to get proper health care, the right place for you to get proper healthcare, and instead of going to the church or your place of worship to say you're trying to treat a disease, please don't risk people's lives.
Yeah,
At
and
least
also
rule out the medical before you go spiritual. Rule out the medical first.
yeah. So and also yesterday while we're talking about what is happening in Iran, U.S., Israel, and all of that, we're talking about when and how to um I mean, draw the line, between
Yeah.
religion, culture, and what it's supposed to be in
Yeah.
reality. And
There's the
so,
logical aspect, there's the
and don't
spiritual
forget,
aspect.
this year theme of the HPV has to do with one less worry. So it means that people should not be worried about all of these. Only if everyone will come out to tell their stories, okay, and then get tested, and of course get the proper medical, attention that everyone just needs to. Because whether we like it or not, we have to work collaboratively. Especially
Yes.
young people, who are very active, and in all costs. So we must, as a matter of fact, try as much as we can. Today is that day. Locate a health facility and ensure you get. Of course, we're
I'm
going
going
to
to
go
take
in
you
details.
guys through it,
Much to,
but some people don't know. This is why an awareness is being created, because some people
yeah,
just feel
of
like
course.
HIV is the only thing that HIV is the only sexual transmitted disease that can kill. Meanwhile, there are a lot of wide range viruses that
A
can
whole
actually
lot, a whole
claim
lot, and that's why we do
lives.
all we can to ensure that we provide
Yes,
condoms.
that's
Don't forget
exactly
we
my
have the
idea.
condoms day celebrated every 13th day of February, Lovers Month, each year. And
HPV
of
is
course, we
also
also ensure that people make use of these particular contraceptions and all of that.
just like HIV too. HPV is not curable.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. Dangers of HPV. HPV affects people differently, and many infections clear on their own. However, certain types can cause health problems if they aren't prevented or managed properly. Here are the major risks. The first one is increased risk of certain cancers. Some high risk HPV types can lead to cancers in areas of the body involved in intimate contact. This includes cervical cancer in people with a cervix, Other cancers affecting intimate or throat areas. This usually happens many years later and not suddenly. The second one is development of warts. Some low risk HPV types can cause warts to appear on the skin or in intimate areas. These are not life threatening but can be very uncomfortable and embarrassing. Speaking of the risk of certain cancers, cancer doesn't start overnight. It grows,
Yeah,
it
it start growing.
multiplies.
Yeah.
So there are two types. There's the benign, there's the malignant. So the malignant ones are the ones that you need to, the ones that keep growing, the ones that can actually claim lives. It doesn't start just at once. It grows. It grows. Abnormal cells multiply, and then it causes tumors, and then the tumors start affecting the main cells that are supposed to help your body processes remain stable. So the chances of HPV, data of HPV is that it can increase the risk of certain cancers because viral infections cannot be cured completely. They can just be suppressed. That's why we have vaccines for them. So
And
the
warts
third,
as well, just like what you said, it can be very uncomfortable and very embarrassing because
yeah,
these warts appear in very in areas that if anybody sees it, if anybody wants to get intimate with you and sees it,
yeah,
it's very
they'd
embarrassing.
raise an
Although
eyebrow.
I
Yeah.
heard that there are certain surgical and non-surgical procedures for
The removal of
eliminating
warts, yeah.
warts. So yeah.
Yeah. The third one is complications during pregnancy. Future risk. If someone with a cervix develops HPV related issues like cervical changes, it can sometimes complicate future pregnancy care. This affects teens now. This doesn't affect teens now, but it shows why early prevention matters. All this is that you're doing in your youth. One thing I always carry in my mind, one thing that, apart from the fear of God, one thing that scares me is the fact that whatever you do in your teens and your 20s will definitely affect you in future. There's nothing, your decisions, your financial decisions, your physical decisions, what you decide to do with your body, your academic decisions, whether you decide to read that book and pass or not, it will affect you later in life. So that's why you have to be very, very careful.
And intentional
Very
about making
careful because they
decisions.
feel like, because now sex is now a very casual thing. It's any one
Now.
night, it's a casual thing and people don't even have shame. You don't have shame out it. I realized when I was growing up then, if we heard some of things go, some of us are embarrassed. Some people that are saying it to be embarrassed. If they catch you in those acts, like this, they will be embarrassed that, oh, they were caught and stuff
Is
like
it
that.
modernization and civilization? How can we put it at that?
I
But
don't-
Yeah.
irrespective of what it is, I
Maybe
think
evolution.
evolution.
I feel like it's modernization because
They're trying to modernize the stuff
And
to
yeah,
social
because
suit
you
media as
to
well.
suit
you
their
you hear somebody being proud of their body count and
Okay.
Social
it's
media as well plays a very
exactly
pivotal role.
you see when one trend actually it's replicated, people get comfortable with it, people start replicating it, and then they wonder, I'm like, there's sometimes when I just sit down, anytime I sit down to read something, why am I doing this? Why are we doing this?
There's something I would never seem to understand, and that thing is a trend on social media, especially Instagram, where people do the get ready with me video. Men do the get ready with me
Grimy.
video, and
I call it grimy.
you're not wearing any underwear.
Yeah,
in your,
they're just there
it's
like that.
and it's dangling. Like that's the essence of the video.
And then
imagine
that's
them,
distracting. It distracts from the main video, the main outfit.
and it's deliberate.
Yeah.
It's a very deliberate act.
Exactly.
And I'm asking myself, in 5 years to come, 10 years to come, you go for a job interview and they go through your social media and see you promoting nudity, because
Nudity.
let's be honest, that's immorality.
Yeah.
What do you think the decision
Because
of the
the
board would be?
internet never forgets.
Never
You feel like you can take the video down and say, like, somebody saved it.
Somebody saved it, somebody screen recorded,
Somebody
somebody
saved it.
screenshotted, so
Yes.
you never know who still has that video. So be careful about the choices and decisions that you make in your youth.
Exactly. And then these complications in pregnancy, if you figure that, okay, the person that maybe transferred the virus to you is living his own life in peace, and then you that wants to now get pregnant for the person that you're finally married to, you can't do that again, and then you feel embarrassed because you made mistakes when you were younger. So please, to avoid, the prevention matters most. The fourth one is
Women are the carriers of
Yeah.
HPV.
The fourth one is emotional stress. Even though HPV is extremely common, hearing about an infection can cause worry, confusion, or shame. Prevention and accurate information help reduce this. Tips on how to prevent HPV. These prevention strategies are safe, practical, and recommended for teens and young adults. Get the HPV vaccine. The HPV vaccine has been made available in your basic healthcare facilities.
I mean,
So,
in February, I think February 16th, right?
yeah.
The Cross River State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, rolled out a vaccine for HPV, and
Yeah.
there was a lot of sensitization on radio, on social media,
Mm.
that people, young girls, should go out and young girls between the age of I think 12 to 16 should go out and take the HPV vaccine because
Yes,
it
definitely.
would help
Go to the
her.
hospital, check yourself, then
Mm,
tell them you want the vaccine. They will be able to know what to do. They'll be able to know the dosage to administer to you. So
mm,
it's the strongest protection against high risk HPV types. It works best when taken during the teen years. It protects all genders. Second is to practice safer relationship choices. Without going into explicit detail, HPV spreads through intimate skin to skin contact. Prevention can include delaying intimate activity, not having multiple intimate partners, staying in relationships where both people make healthy choices. The third one is use protection when appropriate. When older teens or adults become sexually active, using protection reduces the risk of HPV. It doesn't eliminate it, but it helps a lot. The fourth is to avoid sharing personal items. Avoid sharing things that can come in contact with private areas of the body. The fifth is to keep up with routine health checkups for adults with a cervix. Pap smears done later in life help detect early changes. Teens don't need HPV tests, but it's good to have regular health visits. Regarding the pap smear is advisable to check the cervix in adults because it gives comprehensive analysis of how your service looks like, of how the health status of your service looks like. So it's very, very important to go for routine checkups, and the pap smear is advisable as much as possible. Stay educated. Understanding how HPV works helps you avoid misinformation and make confident choices. That's exactly why we're here. We're informing you that it's not only HIV that can be spread through sexual intimacy. HPV is also there.
Unprotected sexual intimacy.
Yes, HPV is
when you say
also
unprotected,
there.
sometimes I think that was early last month where we had engineer
International.
Dare, where he
Yeah.
said, I think it was even something that said at the end of the day, abstinence is better.
Yeah,
You-
we always use the
I don't think it was
ABC.
one that
the-
said
Abstinence. It was
yeah,
even
we
Thompson, yeah.
always use the ABC method, but we're saying if you cannot abstain, be faithful to your partner. If you are not faithful to your partner, consistently and correctly use your condoms.
I am.
But desist.
I'm
Condoms,
still.
great.
Abstinence.
I am
Well,
still
it's
of
because
the.
you either not properly used it. That's why we say consistent and correctly use your condoms. When you correctly use it's all about consent. When people don't give you consent, you find it difficult to have access to them. But when people give you consent, they feel relaxed and comfortable. Do you understand? So it doesn't get to that point.
I am of the
However,
notion.
we are saying abstain. If you can't abstain, be faithful to your partner. If you are not faithful to your partner, be consistent and correctly use your condom.
I am of the notion that you should have that activity, that kind of intimate activity with somebody that you're sure of. In marriage, whether it's coming from a spiritual perspective. No, hold on, let me finish.
No. Let's not do that here. Let's not do that here because you will get to meet people. No, hold on. People are sometimes sound as if when it's time, God will just carry you. No, God will just carry you and put in a woman's house. No, that's how you people sound. You don't sound as if you're going to meet people whether you like it or not.
Yes, definitely, and your self-control and self-discipline comes into play in that.
This is why we have the relationship segment. Do you understand? We are not saying that you won't get married. Fine, it's okay. No. What you are saying sounds as
I'm saying my point was that you know that you have a partner that you are definitely tested.
So
and definitely
how would you get this partner
tested.
is what we're talking about here.
We're
not saying you're talking about marriage.
No, she's not talking about
I'm
marriage.
not talking about marriage. I'm saying a partner
that is leading to marriage.
Yes, a partner that you've
marriage.
checked, that the person is checked already.
Let's get this thing straight.
It's more like you meet someone. You get to date this person, and in the process of dating this person, we spoke about genotype.
Yes,
you're running tests.
You've checked everything. The person is clear.
Test, what's it called now? Genotype test, and you both are compatible
Do,
health
do you
wise.
do you know that the reason why they brought this ABC method is simple because one, let's get this thing straight that 1% out of 100% of persons are only the ones who are able to marry those they have maybe met over time and then get clicked to them until they get married. Do you understand? Outside of this, we will hardly see someone who has dated a particular partner from the beginning to the end. Do you understand? And then get married. This is what we're talking about. This is why the ABC method is invoked.
You see,
If you can't do what, abstain.
this is why I
Please
said
be
this thing has
faithful
been
to your partner.
casualized.
If you're not faithful to your partner, correctly and consistently use. It's a simple language. So let's stop. This is why I think religion, I think culture,
think
and
it's
all of this is
religion.
playing
it's
out.
not
It's
religion.
We are only saying that,
it's
look,
still part of
it is
prevention.
possible. It is possible. But we are saying that, look, let's stop making it look as if this doesn't happen or this will not happen
No, that's
until
why
you should get married.
That's why you're talking about the A, B, and C method.
Yes.
What she is saying is that then and at the end of the day,
What
this
she's
works-
saying is just a
this works-
conclusive
no, it's
kind
not
of
conclusive,
stuff.
it
It's not
works for her.
conclusive.
It's her own opinion.
It's not
She
conclusive.
thinks that at the end of the day, if you meet someone and you connect with the person and you start dating the person and you are compatible with the person.
Okay.
You now go as far, because at the end of the day, I believe that reasonable people date to get married.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that reasonable people.
Mine
date
is
to
that
get
like
married.
you're comfortable with
So
the person
now-
because you screened the person. The person has been screened.
That's why I use the word compatible.
Exactly.
Health wise, you guys are compatible. So now let's say you're involved with somebody and you do not know the person's health history and you're there doing correctly use the condom. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Actually,
If I don't know your health
Eh,
history,
or
it's a
maybe-
problem.
anything can happen basically. So I feel like people are more comfortable when they know that the person that they actually with is screened, genotypes in check, blood groups in check, sexually transmitted diseases free. Do you get that's my point. That's exactly my point.
You-
But if
you
you're not
know-
sure of the person, abstinence is the best. Self-control.
This is why we will say that things are easy said than is it being done. Okay, in
Yeah.
reality, right?
Yeah.
Now, how many of us over the past 1 month have gone to the facility with our partner to make any test?
If you don't get partner, uncle.
I think-
You see,
Okay,
if
so
I know
that
how
is it.
Yeah,
fast-
I
what
checked.
that is
I've
the
checked
point.
my own by myself. I've
No,
screened
no,
myself
I
now.
I know my
point.
own health history.
I know
so
my
I
own
have a
health-
partner.
No, we are not saying individually. We're saying with your partner,
I don't
right?
get partner,
So
uncle.
Attack me
this
now.
let's be realistic to an extent, okay? So because Malabite and this is why a lot of persons are just so scared either to speak out or even relate their personal issues with people, because one, they feel like when you say this out, they become so judgmental to that extent where they feel like, why are you doing this?
There's
Yeah,
being
of course.
judgmental and there's telling you the truth.
Yes.
Those are two
No,
different
no. Yeah, of course. You tell somebody the truth, but then how are you telling these people the truth about it? Do you understand? But first, don't make the person look as if it was wrong for the person to tell you what he or she is passing through. This is why lots of persons die in silence. But we are saying no. Speak out, because whether we like it or not, okay, every one of us have a story to tell, and every one of us would definitely get it right someday. So it's all about these awareness campaigns that we are carrying out. And in conclusion, for my own part in regards to this, we're saying, look, abstain.
Yeah.
Abstinence is the best. But if you
Yeah.
can't abstain, please be faithful to that person that you have been able to meet and you're comfortable with.
Yes,
If you are not faithful
definitely.
because of economic challenges, mental challenges, or whatever reason, please correctly and consistently use all the available methods for you to stay safe.
So let's conclude conclude this segment by saying this, right? How many people come out for the trainings for how to correctly use the condoms? How many people come out for that training?
Oh, please, this happens all the time. If you go to the youth-friendly hub
You know that some
centers, it
people
happens all the
feel
time. If you go to the general hospital that we have, it happens all the time.
You know that people feel very
It
embarrassed to
happens
come
all the
all the
outside.
time.
How many people
Come
out for this?
outside.
I'm not saying how often.
You know, some
do
people
you
feel
do it.
embarrassed to
How
actually
many
come
people
out to see those
watch
things.
You guys
Exactly.
tell them
Because
how to correctly. I'm not
Definitely,
saying
they're
that
already
doesn't happen
feeling
all the
like
time.
they're already feeling like people are going to judge them for coming and say, you're coming and says actually learn how to use condom.
That's
Which
that's
you won't
not true.
do.
That's not true, please.
That's not true. I've had
Okay,
I've
so
had
let's
people.
take for instance the last carnival that just happened. You know, there were a
Mm-hmm.
lot of condoms demonstrations, activities that happened. Okay, and then they teach you what condoms, how to correctly. That's why we have the Pona modem and all of that. So they use that to teach people how to use the condom. So are you asking if while that was going on, we're able to have a head count of people that were washing? No. Okay, so
You're
but
not. You're
unarguably,
not.
a lot of people are
We're
When
not
learning.
when you're
getting
talking
the
about when you're talking about
points.
carnival, there are a thousand and
There
one
are a
people on
lot
the
of
street. I'm talking
people.
about when
That's
you
what
talk
I'm
about
talking
the
about.
youth-friendly hop. You're talking about there's one that happened in Unical recently on World Condom Day. And I'm
Okay,
asking you
Yeah.
like how many. When I say how many people turn
What's
up,
the
I'm not
turn
saying
up?
give me a figure. I'm
okay.
telling me like tell me are they a lot of people that
Yeah.
come out or the numbers are few? I'm not telling you give me a particular figure.
Of course, we have a number of people who comes out to come and watch that happen. And to also add to that, we have the invent of the social media. For crying out loud, we have a lot of it, even on YouTube and all of that. We have a lot of all of those short videos. I have a lot of them in my system, so it's not something that is hidden anywhere. How to correctly and consistently use your condoms. But most important thing, like we keep maintaining, is abstinence.
Okay, we
Be
can't
faithful
deliberate on this for the
and the
time we
rest.
want to be, because if you leave us, we'll talk and talk and talk. So the
That's why we're
summary
here.
is HPV can be very dangerous when certain types cause cancers, warts, or long-term health issues. But the good news is that HPV is highly preventable,
Okay.
especially with vaccinations and safe personal decisions. Staying informed, making healthy choices, and keeping up with routine health checkups provides strong protection now and in the future. You heard it from here. We are here to keep you informed and updated on the right things you're supposed to do, health wise and wellness wise. Please, as much as possible, prevent what you can prevent, because prevention definitely is better than
Cure.
cure. So right now we're going to go back to the music break. This is No Woman No Cry by Thames. Don't move away from your digital device.